Welcome to the Tree of Life Unitarian Universalist Congregation worship service. My name is Lisa Messinger, using she, her pronouns. I'm your worship leader this morning. Here are this week's announcements. Be sure to fill out this week's connection card. Scan the QR code on the screen or on the card with your phone's camera, or fill out the card that was handed to you when you arrived. Connection cards are for everyone, members and visitors alike, and they help us to get to know you better. There's a new card each week, so be sure to fill this one out today. We're looking for videos from congregants sharing either what I love about the Tree of Life or why I choose Tree of Life. We invite you to answer one of those questions in a personal video, 1 minute max. Don't worry about making your recording perfect. We will edit it for you. Videos will be publicly posted to our YouTube channel, website, and socials. If you have questions, contact Judy Stetner at membership@treeoflifeuu.org. The 26-27 OWL Parent Orientation and Student Orientation will take place simultaneously on Sunday, September 13th at 1 p.m. in person at Faith Community UCC in Crystal Lake. Complete and submit the interest form, which you can find in this week's newsletter. The OWL 7th and 8th grade cohort will meet weekly on Sundays beginning October 10th through the school year. If you have questions, you can see Heather Medaus, who's here today. Mark your calendars. Chaplain Dave's ordination is coming up on Saturday, September 26th at 3 p.m. It will be held at the UU Congregation of DeKalb. This will be a multi-congregational event celebrating Chaplain Dave as he steps into the role of a fully ordained UU minister. Yay! More details to come in the coming weeks. Keep an eye on our newsletter and website. Last but not least, our monthly men's group dinner will be held on August 27th at 5 p.m. at the home of Alan Shear. The festivities begin with drinks and appetizers, followed by a picnic dinner on the veranda, where we discuss things like how to solve the problems of the world and how great things used to be. We love to see new faces, so please join us. For the address and to RSVP, please see Alan in the back there, or reach out to the office. Let us now share greetings with everyone else who is online this morning. If you wish, you may turn on your cameras. And our tech team will create a little magic here, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I can say hi.
There we are. Sharing community wherever we might be. Thank you all. Now please rise in body or spirit to sing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life. We will sing it twice through.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Our chalice reading this morning is entitled The End is the Beginning by Katie Silvana Gelfand. We call forth the light of our faith by igniting our chalice. This spark of new beginnings invites us into a sacred space to reflect where we have been and where we are going. Even knowing that this particular flame will intentionally end with our ritual extinguishing, we fear not its end. For we know with brave hearts that from every ending of our lives, we are sent forth to make a new beginning. Please join in recalling our mission statement. At Tree of Life UUC, we nurture a community that welcomes diversity, supports the spiritual growth of its members, and acts to create a more just society.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, everybody. You could all be at a lake today, and you're here. So what an honor that we're all here together celebrating this community. My name is Chaplain Dave Becker. I use he, him pronouns. You can call me Chaplain Dave. Pastor Dave is fine, or just Dave is fine, whatever you're most comfortable with. We are always on a living journey. And our own hymnals remind us of this. We've got our gray hymnal singing the living tradition, a religious and spiritual tradition of growth and of change, of life unfolding. And we've got that second hymnal, the teal hymnal, that reminds us that we're singing the journey. A journey that we do not travel alone, but we travel with spiritual companions. We travel with one another. We travel with a cloud of witnesses of those who've gone before. We travel with a community that surrounds us with love. And today we celebrate. We celebrate the journey that's before us in our individual lives and in our shared community. So let's worship together. Our lives are so often filled with new beginnings. The beginning of a new church year, the beginning of a new school year, the beginning of a new job, a new friendship, a new relationship, a new stage in our life or in our life development, new paths, some that we choose, some that present themselves in unexpected and surprising ways, some that are placed there by the world or the universe, and sometimes just arise in the world in which we live. Opportunities to grow and learn, opportunities to live out our faith, our sense of mission, our commitment to love, opportunities to give and to receive, opportunities to bless our world and one another, and opportunities to receive the blessings that are offered us. we share with one another. Together we share, and from this we live. So we're going to take some time this morning to acknowledge and recognize the changes in our lives and to offer one another care and blessings and love. Many of us are beginning a new school year. It may be our first year or a new grade, college, graduate school, seminary. Some of us have other changes in our lives. Maybe you have a sibling or a family member who's starting school or going to college and won't be home with you as often. And that's a change for you too. Maybe you're starting a new training program or some form of professional certification, a new job, or maybe some other change in your life. On our table where we have our joys and concerns, our worship table, are a variety of items. Some of them are items that can be pinned or clipped onto a backpack or a briefcase, or stickers that you can put on a water bottle or on your computer, wherever you like to pin and show off your identity a little bit. And there's some that got brought with us today that we're going to add to the table that Heather is going to bring forward, and then Heather is going to guide us in a celebration of new beginnings.
Good.
Whoa!
Good morning. My name is Heather Medaus, and I use she, her pronouns. Today is our annual blessing of the backpacks. But the blessing of the backpacks this time, I'd like to change to blessing of the vessels, because we have lots of vessels. We have backpacks, we have bags, laptops. Some of us have emotional support water bottles. And some of us have things we have to carry with us every day. And for our congregation who joins us online today, you will be part of this. So I encourage you right now, I invite you to open up your video so that we can see your smiley faces, so that we can share our blessings with you. All right. So this blessing that I'm about to do, it was inspired by someone else. It's not original, and it was the work of Erica Hewitt that inspired me to write this. All right, so we carry our vessels with us throughout the week for many reasons, and I invite you to raise your hands as I mention a vessel that you carry. Some of you might need to raise 3 or 4 hands, but I'm sure that you can handle it. All right, some of us takes books and homeworks to school. Oh, I see some really unhappy hands about schoolwork. Some of us bring our lunches to school or to work. Some of us take computers and other supplies to the places where we work. Some kids carry overnight bags from one parent's house to the other parent's house and back again. Do we have any of those? Some of us are never without our emotional support water bottle. Some people bring things like books or yarn or knitting to keep our hands busy while we're waiting for other things. Some of us carry purses and wallets. Lots of people carry those. Some of us have medical devices that go with us everywhere. And some of us even have special bags for our dogs or our cats or our other animals. All right, so how many of you who carry these things, they're already full? How many of you already have full bags that you carry? Lots of people. Doesn't look like our students have filled their bags yet. But we will still, even after our blessing today, leave you plenty of room for all those books that you love. Okay. All right. So, would any of you like to have some of our congregation's love to take with you to school or to work or on your travels throughout your week? Yeah? Okay. If you feel love here on Sundays, wouldn't you like to know that that love is with you on other days? So let's do that today. So here's your assignment. Up here, we have stickers, we have tokens, we have little keychains, we've got lots of fun stuff. And what we're going to do is we are going to bless it with our love. So what I'd like you to do out here today and at home online is to grab your love from wherever you keep your love. You might need to rummage through your pockets or check up your sleeves, look in your shoe or under your ponytail, find that love, grab it, bundle it all up, kind of like a little snowball. You can stretch it if you need it to be a little bigger, just like dough, and then bundle it back up. And what I'd like you to do is go ahead and just gently toss it up here on the table. For those of you who are here in person, just toss it gently up onto the table. Right now is good. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you. All right. For those of you playing at home, are you ready to throw us your love? You might need to throw it a little harder because you have a little further to go, but that's okay. Go ahead and give us a big throw. All right, those were some hard throws. Thank you. All right, that was fun. So let's add some more to our bags. How about, is anybody ever have a time when they get nervous or when they go to school or work, they're just a little scared of things? Sometimes we wish we felt braver. I think it would be nice to throw in some courage to those blessings. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, let's throw in some courage. So find your courage wherever you keep it hidden. Bundle it all up into a nice little ball. People in person here, let's go ahead and throw it on up. Thank you. All right. Online folks, you know it's your turn. Go ahead and grab that courage and give it a throw. Send it up for us. All right, thank you. All right, so that was cool, but I wonder if there's anything else that you need in your bags or on your water bottle to take with you every week to remember that you are loved by this congregation. What are some other things that you might like? And for the online participants, if you'd like to put your ideas in chat, I will ask the tech to read them off to us. So who else has ideas for what might be helpful in your backpacks, your purses, your wallets? We've got love, we've got courage. Inspiration, I hear inspiration. Anything else? Hope. Support. Calm. I need some of that. Joy. Patience and purpose. All right, do we have any online words that are new to this list to add?
Not yet.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bundle up all of those things in our little snowballs and go ahead and gently toss them on up here. Ka-thunk. All right, online folks, one last time, bundle up all of your good feelings, send them on up here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And all right, thank you, everybody. So now what I have here is we have a whole bunch of tokens that we have now blessed as a congregation with our love, with our courage, with our inspiration, and our purpose, and all those other lovely words that I can't remember. But I will trust that you will remember the one that's important to you. These are all blessed. And what I'm going to do right now is invite anyone in service here today to wander on up, take one of these tokens. You can attach it to your backpack or wherever you'd like. There are stickers to attach to water bottles. There's lots of stuff. So I invite you to come on up, and I will keep talking, so I'm going to ask you to come up quietly. So once you add your tag, your vessel might not look or feel any different. But the next time you use that
See what
vessel,
you picked out.
I hope you'll remember that we've added our blessings. Maybe they'll even make your load a little lighter. And as you take this token and attach it to your vessels, I encourage you to remember all year long that the Spirit of life is with you everywhere you go. I encourage you to remember all year long that this congregation cares about what happens to you at school, at work, at the doctor's office, on the playground, on the school bus, on the train. This congregation cares about what happens to you, and we bless those journeys you take every week. And these tokens will remind you that whenever you need more love, or more courage, or more hope, or joy, or inspiration, or peace, or calm, that you can ask us for more. And as we continue to choose our tokens, I leave you with these words. May you create your blessed year.
So we close out this part of our service, a celebration of journey, a celebration of beginnings, with an excerpt from Dr. Seuss. The places you'll go. Today is today. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you'll say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along and start happening too. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to great heights, except when you don't. Because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lightened, but mostly they're dark. A place where you could sprain both your elbow and your chin. But do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? And if you go in, should you turn left or right in 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled rocks at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go or a bus to come or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or just waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where the boom bands are playing. And on you will go, onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. Be sure when you step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act.
The sharing of joys and concerns is a sacred moment to help us grow in community. We invite you to share a brief statement about your joy or concern. Those here may please form a line in the aisle over here and speak into the mic, or come up to the table and speak into the mic, and when you've finished, place a pebble in the bowl. I will place a pebble for those online and those unexpressed joys and concerns that remain in our hearts. Online participants may raise their hand in chat, and when I call on you, please unmute yourself. So I'd like to invite those present today. Yeah. If the instructions were unclear, come up to the table, grab a mic, and share your joy and concern, please.
I'm sure the instructions were perfectly clear. I just wasn't listening. Again, my name is Heather Madaus. I use she, her pronouns, and I've had a really tough year with loss this year. In addition to my father and my father-in-law, we lost at the end of July, I just got word that we also lost an uncle. I just feel like it's been overwhelming. So I don't need cards, I don't need letters, although we love them and we really appreciate them. I just need you to know that this is going on and to hold some love in your heart for me and send me all the healing that you can. Thank you.
Take a pebble and put it in the bowl.
I'm Patrick Murphin. I use he, him. My joy is the support that the community has given our family during our recent health challenges in our household. And I'm happy to report that my wife Kathy, who was hospitalized a couple of weeks ago with a very serious internal infection, is recovering. She's at home. She still has some limitations on her mobility, but she is recovering and expects to have some additional tests this week to see if there's anything else that needs to be done. And my daughter Maureen, who's also in residence, has successfully completed her radiation treatments for breast cancer, and the other day her daughter Matilda got to ring the bell for her as she had her last treatment. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erica Tesla. I use she and they pronouns. This year has been pretty rough for us just on the level of not having income all of a sudden. And it's been coming up on a year with no employment. But I'm starting a cottage bakery out of my home, and so I'm hoping for brighter things ahead. And I hope that I can share some of the sweetness in my life with all of you.
I have a joy and concern. Yesterday, I got to attend a League of Women Voters meet and greet with candidates and got to meet a couple of candidates for the McHenry County Board. And it was wonderful to see so many women coming together and a nonpartisan organization to help educate our voters in McHenry County. My concern, my husband Jeff has been going through some health challenges and we'll be getting some medical intervention later this week. So I hope you guys will keep us in your thoughts.
Hi, I'm Ren, he, they, I think. School is starting again. I guess that's sort of a joy and a concern since I get to see my friends, but there's people who are not very nice that I've dealt with in the past, but I'm happy that my new school is actively helping and showing support. Yeah, I think that's it.
Anyone else here? Online participants?
There's no hands online right now.
So I'll add one last stone for all those unspoken joys and concerns.
The compassion and trust of our beloved community flows from each of us. Each of our joys and concerns, spoken and unspoken, are embraced in this mutual love and respect of our beloved community. Thank you. Please rise and body or spirit, we're going to sing We Shall Be Known. This was a song that was originally performed by a group called Mamoose, and this video is a performance at our UU General Assembly. The words are not on the screen, but it's one of those songs that tends to repeat itself. Some folks already know it. If you already know it, join in. If you don't know it, you're going to catch on to it soon. So as soon as the words start feeling familiar, go ahead and join on in. Please rise in body and spirit.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves. turning, we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive in this great turning. We shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning, we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning, we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning, we shall learn to lead in love.
Our individual lives are filled with new paths, with new blessings, with new beginnings. Our shared lives in our communities filled with new beginnings, new paths, new blessings. So it is with our faith, our living tradition, our living journey. And so it is with this congregation and this community. A year ago at this time, you may recall, we had a small team, a task force that had been visiting like-hearted congregations, looking for a space that we could share for our church home. And was reporting back to this congregation at a town hall after our service that their recommendation was that we move here into this space and that we join with our friends from the McHenry County Jewish congregation in building a new relationship with the Ridgefield Crystal Lake Presbyterian Church. It was a year ago in August that we first had our tours, our congregational tours. Some of you may have remember those and gone on those, where we walked around the building for the first time and did a short worship service in this room. And the Presbyterian Church at the time was in a transition of their own. They were searching for a new minister. A year ago this time, we had our for sale sign up in front of our former property on Bull Valley Road. And our sales team were in negotiations with a new non-for-profit, newly formed non-for-profit, the Gurdara Duke Navarra of Illinois, who, even as we speak, are in the process of opening a Sikh temple here in McHenry County, adding to our local interfaith community. And this past May, on May 10th, we had our first worship service in this room that each week we transform into sacred space. New beginnings, new paths, new blessings. This past church year, we witnessed 7 amazing young people lead us in worship in our coming of age service. And then a multi-age group of adults and youth together, a group of 15 people in all, traveled to Pine Ridge Reservation for a life-affirming service trip with the organization Remember, who actually happened to be in Crystal Lake this week. And in the year ahead, our faith exploration program will take place in new classrooms down the hall that will have a role in decorating and creating space. Our younger children will continue to build upon some of the work they did last year in our our UU Values program using Lego challenges in the Wonder Lab program. This year with some new lessons and some new experiences. Perhaps some of you would like to join in. We can always use new helpers to help serve these wonderful young human beings. In the church year ahead, we'll continue to partner with our sibling congregation, Prairie Circle, and again, offering our Whole Lives program, OWL. And this year, adding another OWL partner with the Faith Community UCC Church, near the halfway point between here and Tree of Life and Prairie Circle. And we'll continue. We're continuing to reach out to other regional congregations to grow interest in joining us and offering and growing this important and much needed OWL program. A program that we've also begun for adults 50 and older. What other ways will we grow and change in the church year before us? Are there other new beginnings, new paths, new blessings? And there are other new beginnings in the surrounding community. The McHenry County Resource Days, where our Compassion for Campers have a regular presence twice a month, is also in a process of change and transition, looking for a new location, bringing in new volunteers. Perhaps you'd like to join those efforts. The local interfaith organization, Faith Bridge, is also going through a process of strategic planning and developing new approaches and opportunities for engaging those who are interested in interfaith work. Perhaps you'd like to join in those efforts. The McHenry County Rapid Response Team continues to grow, and we as a congregation have supported that growth, at times offering meeting space, helping supply materials, joining in efforts to provide emergency supplies and food to families. And most recently, our board approved our congregation being the fiscal agent for a grant that the Rapid Response Team received from the Illinois Coalition of Immigrant and Refugee Rights. Perhaps you'd like to join in those efforts. And there's more ways beyond what I've mentioned to be involved and engaged in our congregation and to be involved in our efforts in the surrounding community. Other ways to put our faith into action in our church home and in the world around us. New beginnings, new paths, new blessings. We are growing and changing. We're growing and changing in many ways. It's a time in our congregation of change as we travel this living journey together. And there's many changes, as we know, in the world around us. And not all of those changes are positive. There's great challenges that lie ahead of us and that surround us. How do we continue to nurture an inclusive and pluralistic democracy during a time in which our country is part of what's been a global tilt towards autocracy in the last decade? How do we side with love against harm being waged against our LGBTQ plus siblings, our immigrant neighbors, our Muslim neighbors, or our Jewish neighbors? This isn't a time for isolation as individuals or as a congregation. It's a time for rekindling one another's flame, for choosing to bless each other, for choosing to bless the world. It's a time for building beloved community and a time for more love and for more courage each and every day. At our time when our country and culture has been marked by greed, by selfishness and self-centeredness, by hyper-individualism and toxic partisanship, there are like-hearted churches and congregations like ours and others that are saying, let's build beloved community instead. Let's build beloved community instead in our congregations and in our world. We're not alone in that. And so we resist and we reject that rampant isolationism, and we recognize our connection and our interconnection to one another, to each other in this room, to others that we build connections with, our connections to our larger faith, our connection to larger faiths. As we sung just a few minutes ago, or listened to the words, we shall be known by the company we keep. And so we build relationships and we widen the circle of love. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. had said it this way. He said, it really boils down to this. All life is interconnected. We're all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied to a single garment of destiny. And it's not always easy. It can be scary. As Dr. Seuss reminded us, the streets aren't always marked. The windows are sometimes dark. We don't know whether to turn right or left or 3/4. Do we go in? Do we go out? We might strain an elbow or chin. It's not always easy. But we're not alone. We are guided by love. We choose love, and if we choose love, our love can be greater than our fear. May it be so, and may we make it so. Amen. Ashe, and blessed be. And so I invite us into a moment of reflection. Just take some time to sit with some of the things you've heard today, whether it was in the sermon, whether it was in other parts of our service, to just breathe slowly and deeply. Just notice your breathing. Don't try to change it. Just notice it. Observe it. This present moment. And let's just sit and breathe in this present moment. And consider these words that you may have heard before, or I know that I've shared before, from Octavia Butler. Everything we touch, we change. Everything we change changes us. Everything we touch, we change. Everything we change changes us. During today's message, I mentioned just some of the changes that we'll engage in as a congregation in the church year ahead. And so I invite you to consider something that you're feeling excited about, something you're excited about that we have on the horizon in our church year. And if you feel comfortable, just shout it out in just a few words or a single sentence, something you're excited about in our church year ahead. Youth role-playing games. Your ordination. Thank you. And that's our ordination, because it's a celebration of our congregations and our shared ministry as well. Thank you. I'm excited about that too. Owl. Was that choir? Choir. Getting more involved in our committees and our shared ministry, and things we do, yes. Nice. The book club, yes. There's always great things to read and great things to share. And I'm sure that those are just a few, right? Those are just some, and there's more. And then there's the ones that we don't know are going to happen, the ones that we will be surprised by. And so I close with this moment of reflection with the words from the hymn, from you I receive. Again, from you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Thank you, Pastor Dave. Each week as we worship, we welcome the offerings that support the work of community. Many of us have already given our monetary gifts electronically. Still, we set aside this time for the spiritual practice of gratitude. Participants may give their offering in one of 3 ways that are listed on the screen. If you're new to Tree of Life, please let this giving opportunity pass you by. Your presence here is your gift to us. In whatever way you give, your generosity is greatly appreciated.
Greater, greater, may my love be greater, 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 may my love be greater, may my love be greater than my fear. May my love be greater than my fear. May my love be greater than my fear. And may I know I am welcome here. Great, may our love be great. May our love be greater. Great, may our love be great. May our love be greater. May our love be greater than our greater. May our love be greater than our greater. May our love be greater than our greater. And may we know we are welcome here. Great, may our love be great. May our love be greater. Great, may our love be great. May our love be greater. May our love be greater than our greater. May our love be greater, greater. May our love be greater, greater. And may we know all are welcome here.
We give thanks for these gifts and all the gifts you bring. Please stand now in body or in spirit in singing hymn number 1028, Fire of Commitment.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our minds and souls ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the stories of our living rings a beacon brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flames that burn within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin. From the dreams of youthful vision comes a new prophetic voice, which demands a deeper justice built by our courageous choice. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when our hunger and our passion meet to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and our future can begin.
Let us now extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame of communal worship and now carry its light within us. We share this light. We carry its warmth to all whom we meet.
As we leave this time and place, we whose journeys are always beginning, we whose lives are filled with new paths, new beginnings, new blessings, each carrying our own backpack with treasures and dreams, filled with a sense of purpose and mission grounded in our values, our faith, and in a greater and wider love. We carry with us the love and light of this community, ready to be shared with those around us. Go in peace, and go and make peace. Amen. Ashe, and blessed be. So we're going to join together in transforming our worship space to fellowship space. It basically means moving these walls to the side. Don't start yet, though. And rearranging our tables and chairs so people are able to gather. Now, something to know today is that there is a speaker, the director from Warp Core, who will be speaking shortly after our service and the Presbyterian Church end their service. It will take place in the sanctuary, the Presbyterian Church's sanctuary. So for anybody who'd like to hear, it's the from Warp Core. For those that aren't familiar, Warp Core is a local organization that's very active in serving the unhoused. Our Compassion for Campers program and Warp Core have worked together very closely over the years and mutually support each other. And right now, even on those community resource days on Fridays, share the same room. So for anybody who's interested, our cue is that Pastor Maggie from the Presbyterian Church, when she comes in, will know that their service has ended and that when she goes back, we can follow her for anybody who'd like to join that presentation. The other thing to know, there's been some confusion sometimes, like, oh, what after we move everything aside, is it okay to get coffee? Is it okay to get treats? Yes, it is okay to get coffee and treats. Just as we see our friends from the Presbyterian Church arriving, that we take the time to be friendly and welcoming and make sure that they're able to get coffee and treats as well. All right, so let's switch it up. Folks that are online can stay online and continue to visit with each other on Zoom. Thanks, everyone.